Welcome, Scorpio. This is your monthly focus for March 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, thank you. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support you send my way each and every day. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, truly. Now let's get to you. Let's get to the energy of the month. And you know what? We start with the Knight of Swords. So there's a vitality in you. There's an energy in you. Chances are failure is not part of your vocabulary this month. It is championing a cause. It is celebration. It is success. It is riding to the finish line. It is meeting every obstacle with a passion, with a vitality, with the expectation of overcoming. We have right next to it the Page of Swords. Now watch this energy, because it's going to lead you to do something that you may regret. Okay, she's the knee jerk of the deck. The Page of Swords wants to get things going. And that's obvious by the Knight of Swords just before. And we have this energy mixed up. It's young energy. Okay, so we don't think things through as much as we should. We knee jerk. We do something just to get a reaction, just to get everybody going, just to see what happens, just to get the energy flowing in the right direction. And that's usually a bad thing at the end of the day. Because had we thought it through, had we planned it through, even if we were successful in our attempt, it could have been so much more successful had we thought it through, had we planned it. So be careful of this energy of just, this is almost, this is doing something just for the sake of doing something rather than thinking it through and planning it. And usually it doesn't bring the best results in. Usually the Page of Swords ends up flat on her face, because had she thought it through, she would have done things slightly different. It's crossed over by the Tower. And you have a couple of transformation cards here. So it is a transformative month for you, absolutely. But this is essentially you breaking out of the old. So, well, maybe the knee jerk isn't such a bad idea. Maybe you've got to do something a little radical or spontaneous in order to let people know that you are on a new path, that you are going forward in a different way, that you have different values, new values, different perceptions now than you did a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. Because this is breaking out of the old. This is the new you coming through. And it's usually through a change. Now, sometimes the change is forced upon us. Sometimes we are walking right into it and we are planning for this change to happen in our life. So you really have to know your life path and what's going on. But either way, it's for the best. So even if it seems like something really landed on your plate that is ugly and you don't want to deal with it, don't worry about it as much as go with the flow. Okay? Go with the flow, see where it leads you, see the wisdom that you're supposed to take from the situation, understand it for what it is, because it's putting you in a better spot than you are now. It's to realign you. And then right underneath, for our hidden energy, we have the Death card. So everything that you act upon, even if you don't realize it, is act upon in order to bring in a sense of liberation, a sense of freedom, a sense of being your own person, your own independence. For our overriding energy is the Eight of Swords, very much about your perception. I think everybody's gotten this card. Everybody's gotten this card. So perceptions are changing for everybody, you included. And this is your overriding energy. So it's almost like you wake up every day with a aha moment or an epiphany or a new way of thinking things through, or you hear somebody talk and all of a sudden that makes a lot of sense. And so you research it and you try and understand that perception of the situation. It might be needing to understand other people's perceptions, how they will embrace what you're saying, what you are doing, where you are going. And I think it has a lot to do with people because we have the Five of Wands here. Now, you are definitely a leader here. You definitely have the self-confidence, the fire, the passion. So if you are in charge of any kind of team or team play, or maybe you have employees, you know, this is a month where you can really guide people to be on the same side as you, working towards the same goals, envisioning the same dreams, working side by side for a better tomorrow. And then we have the Six of Wands. Now this is your victory card. Success. And it comes through other people. Okay, the wands in the background, you know, you almost have to imagine that you are in a parade here. You are leading the parade, and the people are lined up on the streets. That's the other wands symbolized in the card, celebrating you, your accomplishments, what you do, what you bring to the table, who you are, what you mean to them in their lives. So there's a strength about you, but you know what? You don't have that armor off yet. There's still work to be done. There's still movement forward. Don't rest upon your laurels right now. You want to keep pushing forward. Like we had the Knight of Swords as our very first card. I think that momentum keeps going for the entire month for you. How other people see you now, other people looking into your life, and how their perception of you, we have the Judgment card. So they may see you acting a little too quickly on things, that you are not thinking things through, that you are jumping to conclusions, that you are passing judgment without, well, with little to go on, other than maybe your gut feeling or what you heard or what you saw and not knowing the full picture of it. Or maybe they just believe that you don't know the whole picture. Okay, so take the time to act. That's another one that with the Page of Swords, and I really didn't know how to lean on that. You know, people are going to see you making quick judgments, rash choices, or at least they're going to feel that way. You may have thought it out. You may have asked the validating questions, and maybe it's their knowledge that is lacking. As we go towards the end of the month and into April, we have the Five of Swords. Now, this is definitely walking with people who are like-minded as you. Have the same passions, have the same dreams. Walk away from the negative, walk away from the naysayers. And we have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So I think that energy might drain you a little bit. Okay? Now, your dreams, your ambitions. You know, we go through with the Eight of Swords as one of our main cards here. A card of energy for you for the month. Your perceptions start to change. And, you know, towards the end of the month or maybe into April, the beginning of April, you're going to need to shut it down a bit. You're going to need to finally take off that armor. You're going to need to hang up your weapons. You're going to need to recharge your batteries, to think things through, and maybe realign some new paths forward, some new dreams, some new expectations. Or maybe it's the determination of an expectation, a hope, a dream, a desire. We do have the Nine of Cups here, the Wish card. So, are you reevaluating? Perhaps. Are you raising the bar? You might be. But it's important, especially towards the end of the month, if you need the time out, to take the time out. If you need to recharge your batteries, it's a must. Meditation and prayer, huge. To think about your dreams going forward, how you want them to play out, what you want them to look like. How are you going to go about doing that? And you will be the most productive in figuring out that path with downtime. So it might even be a good time to escape, to run away, to take a mini vacation, a day trip, or just allow yourself some time, some peace, some quiet, to think your thoughts through, to set your goals, to realign your dreams. For love, we have the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. New beginnings, creativity, new days dawning. So if you are single, this is a very good indication that there is somebody coming into your life. A new beginning, a new start, a new day dawning. So go out there and be with people and put your flirt on and enjoy life. And, you know, with these two cards, there is a love for life. There's a love for people, but a love for life. It's a new day dawning. You're going to feel like there's a bounce in your step, like you're getting somewhere. Things are coming together. Tensions have eased off a bit. If you are in a relationship, it's exactly that. New beginnings within relationships. New days dawning. Now remember that this is your energy. So where does the new beginning have to happen for you within the relationship? You are very intuitive when these two cards come together. So you are intuitive in love, in the people that surround you, that are close to you, in tapping into their true motives, reading people, understanding hidden agendas. And the Empress is very much the diplomat. So if you have that little gut feeling, that little thought about a person's actions or a person's words, maybe they said one thing, but you heard another thing, follow it through, because chances are your hunch was right. Your intuition is going to lead you to being able to create the atmosphere you want this month when it comes to love. So follow your intuition. If you feel spontaneous enough, and maybe that's where the spontaneity with the Page of Swords, the knee jerk, maybe it is just a last minute plan in order to have some fun, to lighten things up, to just enjoy each other's company. So, you know, in these cases, you should definitely go for it, because it is a new day dawning. For work, career, money, we have the Fool and the Four of Pentacles. New paths, new adventures, new realizations of what you want to do, where you want to go. But the most important thing is remembering the Four of Pentacles here. It's embracing who you are. It's embracing your talents, your gifts, what you bring to the table. What brings you happiness and joy, passion? What brings out your passion? That's where that new path is. Now, it could be if you are in the workforce, or you want to start a job, or you want to start a business. Okay, it really needs to be in line with your creative energy. What brings you passion? What brings you joy? But if you're in a job, then it could be something within that job that is offered to you. It could be a promotion. It could be something with a team, leading a team. That could be a very, I mean, the cards here are very strong for you being the leader of a team. Something new being put together, a new task force. But only if you embrace your talents, your unique abilities, what you bring to the table. If it's finances, you may be looking at a whole new way of doing your budget. That something takes place this month that makes you have to realign everything or look at it through a different set of lenses in order to go forward. Now it strengthens you. These are strong cards, positive cards, so they strengthen you in one way or another to make you look at the bottom line, to make you get serious about your finances so that they work for you, that they bring value into your life. We have the Magician and the Nine of Swords for your spirituality. So with the Nine of Swords, there's worry, concerns, fears, anxieties. And then we have the Magician bringing in the magic, which would lead me to believe that, tap into God, your angels, your spirit guides, the things that you worry about. It's like so much magic can come into your life if you allow the negative to stay behind you, if you concentrate on the positive, if you expect the magic to come into your life. If you don't have a spiritual practice, this is a strong indication that you need one, but not just to do it, but to believe in what you are doing. If you say a prayer, but you really don't think that it's going anywhere at the end of the day, then the prayer really is going to bring back nothing at the end of the day. But if you believe that you have a pipeline right to God, your angels, your spirit guides, they'll answer. They'll take that worry and fear away. So you have to allow and have faith in the magic that surrounds you when it comes to your spirituality. For health and well-being, we have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. This is movement forward, definitely movement forward in your health, in your well-being. Okay, now you sit with a confidence here. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles sits with a confidence, but there's an energy in the sky behind her. And then we have the Ace of Swords that is action forward and the aha moments, the epiphanies, and drawing some lines in the sand. So you really need to discipline yourself. You need to strengthen yourself by setting some strong guidelines for how you are going to move into a healthier you. And then you need to stick to them. And you're going to get these aha moments. You're going to get these epiphanies on how to do that. And it's going to require your action. It's going to require your determination and your willpower. It's not going to be easy, but it will be rewarding. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.